The results were saying I have a teratoma on my right hand ovary, and I was having 3 masses, they call it homogiomas, on my liver. So the pain kept on persisting. It was like someone pointed me with a knife or a spear, especially on my liver. A day to me, it was like a year. I couldn't do anything. My spiritual life was so down in such a way that I wanted to give up because of the pain. But Brother Chris Simmons and Brother Chris's encouragements lifted me so much. It gives me hope. It gives me faith. My name is Lindy Westkosana. I'm connected from South Africa. In 2024, I had pains. So I went to see my doctor because the pain was persisting. They gave me medication. Then they said I must come the following week to do a follow-up. I took the medication, but it didn't help me. So I went the following week to see my doctor again. Then my doctor did a scan. He showed me the results. The result came, and the results were saying I have a teratoma on my right hand ovary, and I was having 3 masses, they call it homogiomas, on my liver. Yeah, the big one was affecting me. So I was so traumatized by the news. I continue to take the medication. Then my doctor gave me a letter to go to hospital because my case needed a hospital attention. He sent me to see a specialist. So I went to hospital to seek their attention. When I arrived at hospital, they keep on examining me. I was attending actually almost every week. So the pain kept on persisting. The medication didn't help. The injections that they gave me didn't help me at all. The pain was always there. To sleep was a problem. I even developed insomnia because I could sleep 30 minutes or an hour because of the pain. It was always there. It was like someone pointed me with a knife or a spear, especially on my liver, or someone poured an acid on my liver. It was very, very painful. A day to me, it was like a year. I couldn't do anything. I was depending on my daughter's help, especially with the house chores. I even lost so much weight because of the pain.
For how long were you having this pain?
It was a period of 6 months actually. Yes, because it started on December towards 2023 towards 2024. So I kept on going to hospital for tests. Then one day the doctor at hospital suggested that I must do a CT scan. So I did the CT scan, then they booked me for an operation for the 6th of June. It was 2024. Actually, I kept on praying with Brother Chris. So even if it's not a live interactive prayer, I kept on praying with him on YouTube, on Facebook, because my spiritual life was so down in such a way that I wanted to give up because of the pain. So I was asking God questions. But Brother Chris Simmons and Brother Chris's encouragements lifted me so much. It gives me hope. It gives me faith. So I was hopeless. I didn't have faith anymore. But by listening to him preaching, by listening to him praying, so I kept on praying with him. Then on the 4th of June, I had a dream about Brother Chris. He just prayed for me. He didn't say anything. He just prayed for me. I was lying down, then he prayed for me. Then that's when I wake up. When I wake up, it was the 5th of June. I had to go to hospital to prepare for the operation on the 6th of June. I arrived at hospital. Meanwhile, they were preparing for the bed for me to prepare the operation for the following day on the 6th. Then the doctor that did a CT scan, the doctor came with it. He said, Lindiwe, I have news for you. But he was smiling, not knowing why he was smiling. Then he came to my bed and told me that, Lindiwe, we are no longer doing an operation. I said, what, doctor? He said, the scan that we did, it shows that there's no longer anything that is teratoma on your womb, on your ovary. There's no masses or on your liver. There is nothing. The scan shows nothing compared to the first scan. I was so surprised. I even shouted. I even cried. I shouted, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. I couldn't believe it because it was a divine healing on my side. I couldn't believe in my eyes when I see that result. The doctors couldn't believe. They asked me, what happened? What did you drink? What? I said, no, it was God. Obviously, it was God. I am free from pain. I couldn't sleep before, remember? But after my healing, I slept like a baby. I was having a spirit of death. Every time when I close my eyes, that 30 minutes or 1 hour, I could see the dead people on my dream. I could see strange things. But after the prayer, there's nothing like pain. There's nothing like a spirit of death. The pain disappeared just like that. I was having back pains also, and I was also having a waist pain. But after that, there's no pain. There was a pain on my womb. There was a pain on this side, on my right ovary. It was here. And the other pain was here. This one was killing me because it was a sharp pain. It was here. But now I'm free. I could bend. I could do anything. I couldn't stand. I was weak. I was weak. I couldn't do anything. But now I'm free. No pain. I couldn't touch here. I couldn't touch here. And I couldn't even use my right hand side to sleep. I always use my left hand side to sleep. But now I could use both sides, so I'm free. Thank you, Jesus. I have another testimony by the grace of God. Oh, God is great. I started actually my being an event planner 2020. Everybody, when he started business or she started business, we know very well that we want to benefit on our business. That's the reason why we start our business. But on my case, it was not like that. I experienced so much stagnation. I could advertise my business on social media, but no one was interested. So I was getting clients, 2 to 3 clients per year. It was very difficult in such a way that I couldn't provide for kids. I couldn't buy bread. I couldn't buy electricity. I was surviving with the help of my family, especially my sister. God bless my sister. So it was very hard. It was a poverty. We keep on struggling, although I have a business, but there was nothing to show. Sometimes I could take my last money maybe to make a party for someone or to do a deco for someone just to show people that this is my work, but there was no avail. But by the grace of God, I kept on praying with Brother Chris on live interactive prayer, even if he's not live with my kids. We kept on praying with Brother Chris. One day before I go to sleep, I was reading my Bible. Then I heard a small voice that's saying, can you please join being a Kotsa TV? I didn't hesitate. I didn't ask anyone or send an email how to join it. With the last money that I got on my bank, I trusted Jesus. After joining being a God's Heart TV partner, within 3 weeks, there was a radical change on my business. I couldn't believe my eyes. Suddenly, people, they get interested. Remember, before I used to advertise my work on social media, but people were not interested. But this time, I advertise my work on social media. People, they reshare my work on Facebook, on WhatsApp, everywhere. Now people, they get interested to my work. Actually, it's amazing. As I'm speaking to you now, I was working from February until now, no break. I don't want to talk about December. As I'm speaking to you now, my business is flourishing. I'm working on Tuesday. I have an event on Tuesday. So in the past, it was not like this, because January, I could suffer to get a client. I will get a client maybe after 6 months or after 3 months. But now, every week, actually, it's more than 3 or 4. It's a month, not per year, a month, more than 3 or 4. So on the 6th of December, we were having a big wedding, and also on the 7th of December, we were having a big wedding. So on that weekend, we were having a white wedding and a traditional wedding, big events. After our work on Sunday, and I encourage my kids that, no, we must watch yesterday's live interactive prayer. So I watched it, I did testimony until Brother Chris prayed. Then I slept. I stopped on the 7th of December to work. I thought that was the last event for me and my team. But before, I asked God that, God, I don't want to touch my savings. Can you please give me a money for my son just to pay a registration at university for him? God being faithful. And then on the 7th of December, I watched the interactive prayer, which was yesterday. Then I slept. So and then it was Monday, Tuesday. On Wednesday, surprisingly, I get a call from a big company specializing on mines. So they don't know me, those people, but I get a call from them saying, we need your service. They give me a call on Wednesday. On Friday, I had to deliver because they want my service. So I had to plan on Thursday because I was supposed to work on Friday. So that one, it was a miracle from God, because I asked him the money for my son, then God gave me. But it was not all. It was not. Meanwhile, I was working there at that venue because they hired a venue. Meanwhile, I was working there at that venue. There were 2 men. When they came there, they asked the lady that was in charge there, who did this work? Who did this decor? We want that lady who did this decor. Then the lady pointed to me. Immediately, they took my number. The following week, they called me. I thought that one was the last event. It was not the last event. On that day, same day, I got another client. I had to work the following week. My advice is that we always want things to happen on our time or our own way. But in my case, I've learned that God's time is the best time. Our time doesn't matter, because at God's time, everything looks perfect.